knew you were gonna do it. God damn.
All right. All right, we the Hebrew Israelites coming out here day in and day out, prophesy the downfall of America, spiritual Sodom and Egypt, modern day Babylon, according to the Holy Spirit and to the hopeful elect, came to uplift and to prophesy, be witnesses, and we're out here on the battlefield another day. So we're going to give all praises to Yahweh. Barakatah Yahweh. Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops, great millstone, most salutations, brothers, teach your word. For hopeful election to be like the Messiah word. For the hopeful to election of the blessings. Just going to get right into it, man. We're going to have this, call this drunken off her, the wine of her fornication. That Babylon juice, a lot of people on, the world is on, these other nations. These other nations, a lot of them, they got their different religions, but a lot of them have gone into Christianity. Right? There's a false religion. According to the, I got two red gloves. And, got the scripture ready? Go ahead and get that.
17.
Yeah.
This is Revelation, chapter 17. Let's start at 1. This is Revelation, chapter 17, verse 1. And it reads, "And there came out of one of the 7 angels, which had the 7 vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore."
The judgment of the great whore, that's America, man. The great whore is America. Whore, that harlot that sits on many waters, man. Go ahead.
"That sitteth upon many waters."
I got ahead of myself. Go ahead.
Verse 2, "With whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication."
Yeah, through her philosophies, even her education, them having their hand in the pot, with these elites, the BRICS. I mean, they all mingled in with this American way. Even though America's divided between the other nations also, but Britain and America and so-called Israel, they got a correlation of power, as well as these Edomites. Go ahead.
"And the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication."
Yeah, drunk, man. So drunk is not talking about physically drunk, but there is such thing as physical drunk. We all know that, and through philosophies, through like I said, through her dealings, her plans, her agenda, system, her religion. They're drunk, man.
And part of that, also that philosophy is to go out and get wasted. So that's part of it too. You know what I mean? So that, so you can't really have no progress in your life.
Yeah, because America is built on partying and bullshit, man.
We all done fell in that drunkenness before here, man.
Yeah.
But now we being woken back up. To fight this good fight of faith.
Yeah. Right here in Babylon, America, the Negro has been drunk, and wasted off the philosophies too, wasted off her education, her religion. A nigga built his whole plans and life plans on, becoming a pastor or teacher in this place. And it does nothing for the spirit, man. It does nothing for the end times. It does nothing for edification of what's really going on. Go ahead.
Keep going on that.
Yeah, you already finished line of her.
Yeah, fornication, yep. And it just goes into 10 horns.
Yeah, so, the wine of her fornication, get that scripture, they're not drunk. They don't stagger by wine. And even though the philosophies and stuff is considered like, metaphorically considered wine also. So just like you, when you get drunk physically, you're unstable. not really thinking right. You know, you can get emotional. You know, you can get addicted, and that's what people are in America. They're addicted to the lifestyle of America, what America has allowed. So our people are going crazy, partying and shit, and don't even know that these are serious times. Go ahead.
It says, stay yourselves. Oh, it's like Isaiah 29, verse 9. It says, stay yourselves and wonder.
Stay yourselves and wonder. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, stay like that.
Yeah.
You know, it says, cry ye out and cry. They are drunken, but not with wine.
But not with wine. So you can be drunk off of philosophies, off of these beliefs, these so-called religions, this education. You know, you could be drunk off of what they call it, a free spirit. You know, and you keep going back to that spirit, man. Like every time there's some opposition, you're like, well, I'm a free spirit, or I'm a Christian. You know, so you take another, you take out that bottle of free spirit wine. Mm-hmm. Hey, wine are called spirits. You know, liquor is called spirits, man. Because it affects you, your soul, your spirit too. Go ahead.
It said they stagger.
They stagger,
but not with strong drink.
But not with strong drink, man. And most High say like we was talking about, it got to be a balance, even on a physical level. But Most High said, don't be excessive with wine. You know, wine is a mocker. So if you're heavy on wine, imagine you heavy on wine and your house get kicked in. You ain't gonna be really able to do shit, man. They gonna be whooping your ass. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be like, damn, because you can't focus. So that's what state Jake is in. He's in a drunken state to where the enemy wants him that way. So during the time of martial law and Jacob's trouble, they gonna just come and get him out for and he ain't gonna know what to do. He's gonna be confused. Go ahead.
It says, for the Lord hath poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep.
Spirit of deep sleep. And you know, you could be off wine and you probably vomit and you probably lay in your vomit, you know what I'm saying? And go to sleep in your vomit and wake up like, oh shit, you know? Wipe your mouth. That's how fucked up you are. That's how effed up our people are here in America. The ones that don't have the truth, that know how the spirit of y'all while y'all was shy, they messed up. So they come against us. You know?
And you know that's heavy because they say the spirit of deep sleep. You know, like when when somebody's sleeping and they hard sleepers, they be in a deep sleep. You go and try to wake them up. Yeah. You can shake them. You can shake them and it's hard and it's hard for them to wake up. Yeah. To get them to wake up. Yeah. You know, so that's how it is with this. You know, this truth going out, this wisdom going out. You know, they in that deep sleep. So you know, no matter how hard we try to wake them up, you know, it ain't happening, man. Yeah. You know, so
Alright, that's it. Yeah. It's like, and that's the same thing as being physically drunk. Like, I try to wake you up. You were drunk, you wouldn't wake up. Because you know, you're too wasted. So you're drunk and you're deep sleep and you won't wake up. Go ahead.
It says, for the Lord hath poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep.
Go ahead.
And hath closed your eyes.
Close your eyes. Go ahead.
The prophets and your rulers.
And that's spiritually. He closed the eyes of these people so they can't see the truth.
Yep.
They can't see that this is the end of the world. They can't see that this is Babylon. That it's about to be destroyed. Go ahead.
He says, the prophets and your rulers, the seers, hath he covered.
And he have covered. And they drunk too, man. They drunk in the spirit of Babylon. You know, all that, walking back and forth, doing that, pretending to people catching the Holy Ghost and all that. Shaking and jiving and all that. They call it fetching and jiving, whatever. Cooning for profit. Cooning for the so-called white man. Cooning for the system. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
This is Sirach chapter 19, verse 1. A laboring man that is given to drunkenness shall not be rich.
Should not be rich, man, because you're unstable, man. You know? You wake up with a bottle, you're about to do something, you wake up with a bottle and you don't do it. Because you're drunk. Go ahead.
And he that contemneth small things shall fall little by little.
Yeah, fall little by little. Go ahead.
Verse 2, wine and women will make men of understanding to fall away.
And you know that with Solomon, man. You know how many women he had. He loved wine too. You know what I'm saying? And both of those, man. It was even a comparison in the Apocrypha, what is stronger, women, wine, and the king. You know? And they gave examples of how each one of them was strong, but truth reigned overall as the strongest. Go ahead.
And he that cleaveth to harlots will become impudent.
And you know that in the strip clubs, that's what they have. They have the strippers and then they have the liquor. You know what I'm saying? They got the bar and everything up in there. So even at these casinos, you know, the reservations, they have free beer up in there. So you by the time you get your money up and get in there, you like, man, I'm finished. And then you be like, hey, yeah, they say you want you another beer. They go around with the plates with a beer on them. They say you want another beer. Yeah, I'll take a couple because you fucked up anyway. That you lost, you're losing. So you drink more beer. You like, I see how much more money I got. You spend all your money, man.
And like I said, being imputed towards a harlot, that's dealing twofold with Babylon the Great. Our people have become impudent with the lifestyle of this place, man. Not even trying to fight, just allowing them to just basically steer them whichever way they want to go.
Yeah. You got a big gathering, a big family gathering, and then everybody talks about the drunk uncle that causes all kind of trouble and shit. And that's what Jake be doing, drunk off these philosophies, man.
Yeah, you know when a person get drunk, they look stupid. They look foolish.
Yeah.
They acting foolish. You know, so that's how these these people look when they get drunk off these philosophies, man.
In the spirit,
In the spirit, they look stupid.
Like you said,
No,
they don't see themselves.
Yeah. Oh, what is that?
What, they look, yeah, go ahead.
No, slide me, cut y'all.
No, go ahead.
What it say in Revelation? What he say? What Yahushua said? He say, keep thy garments.
Lest thou see that I was naked.
Yeah.
Lest thou see that I was naked.
Naked. You know, you get laughed at.
Yeah.
You look crazy.
Also, it makes me think about Lot's children. You know, they got him drunk with the wine, and you know. And am I saying that right?
Yep.
Lot's,
Yep. Lot's children.
Yeah. So he had, sex with his,
His daughters, because he was
Yeah.
impudent. He couldn't understand what was going on.
And the Most High cursed that, his seed, the Moab and Ammon.
That's why they got them squinted eyes.
Yep, and they're undeveloped. You know, but he got deceived. So Most High wasn't really mad at him, probably like a little bit, but he winked at it because his daughters deceived him.
Like, there ain't no way the Lord making the people immortal, man.
Yeah. Oh, and it says that in the law. It says, "Woe to him that give his neighbor drink to uncover his nakedness."
Oh yeah. Habakkuk.
Yeah. Go ahead. Our people are wicked by promoting this liquor on our people, man. And these ill philosophies and these other gods, man. They're gonna be cursed. They're gonna be judged. Go ahead.
Verse 3, moths and worms will have him to heritage.
Yeah. Moths and worms will have him into heritage. Go ahead.
And a bold man shall be taken away.
Yeah. So that's detrimental, man. It's detrimental to your health anyway. It says wine make a merry heart merry. It says drink wine for thy stomach's sake, but you can't drink excessive wine. Even in Babylon, we do a few things not against the scriptures, but you have to maintain in Babylon. You might have to work on the Sabbath, but you don't purposely, work on the Sabbath and shit,
Like when you could have rested.
Yeah. But they push it on our people, man. They even got circumcision expensive as hell. Those are devils, man. Anything according to the righteousness of the law, they should permit freely, man.
And that's why they was mad at you. That's why a lot of the Jews was mad at Yahushua, because he was saying, when he was saying give tribute to Caesar was Caesar's. If Caesar say you got to work on the Sabbath, don't try to like get off every time and stuff. Just go working, man. That's part of our punishment, you know. But if you got the day off, take it off. You know, that's why he also talked about the 99 sheep. Would you not go out there and get that one sheep? You know, that's just like kind of like when you have to go work and stuff. You try to make sure that, you know, everybody in your household in the tabernacle is still taken care of.
Yeah.
You know?
And a man can't take care of his household being a drunkard, man.
Right.
He can't take care of his children and all that. Go ahead.
Verse 4, he that is hasty to give credit is like-minded, and he that sinneth shall offend against his own soul.
It's his own soul, man. So you waking up, and who the people say it? And it says in Isaiah, they want to be lied to. Prophesy in deceits and smooth things. You know, give me another look. Give me another shot of that liquor. That philosophy, that that drink of religion, that drink of Mormonism, that drink of that Muslim wine. Give me next thing you know, you just off you gone, man. And there's really no rehab, no rehabilitation, but the Spirit of Yahweh trying to bring you back. You know.
Yeah, get that Luke chapter 21, 34. This is what our Lord Yahushua said. He said, and take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with surfeited. I think I'm saying that right. Surfeited. Yes, surfeited. And drunkenness. And cares of this life.
Cares of this life, man.
So he's saying, hey, don't put all your focus into the ways of Babylon.
Yeah.
You know, getting like you said that over excessive. The scriptures say use the world, not abuse the world.
Yeah.
You know, hey, like say we go into the matrix, but we know how to get out.
Yeah.
Like they do in the movie.
Get in and get out.
Yeah. You know, cause hey. We go and study. The Spirit might get on us to get into those false philosophies. Just for edification though.
Yeah.
Not to,
Just to expose them.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Yeah. You find a heroic person named Hamburg, and you be like, man, I think I'm Hamburg.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you start reading all his books and shit. Start dressing like him and trying to talk like him. Do you think he talked to them?
You're just supposed to look. You're not supposed to go and spend too much time on it. It's just like when you cross the road, you still got to look both ways.
Yep.
Like you got to see the good and the bad on both sides to know when to cross.
Yeah. And that's everywhere you go.
Yep.
Even when you step outside of your house, you seeing what's going on around you, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, he said, and cares of this life.
Cares of this life.
And so that day come upon you unaware.
Unaware, and that's what is going to happen with 2/3 jakes while they following in this place, man.
Yeah, that's what it said too. He said, for as a snare shall it come on all them that dwell on the face of the whole earth.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna suddenly, because they drunk.
Yeah.
They drunk off, and they don't see it coming.
Yeah.
They drunk off that American dream, that chance to have worldly success here.
Uh-huh. And then what did it say? When you start getting addicted, you start needing more and more. Like, damn, this ain't even doing nothing to me no more.
To the point you getting shivers, you getting all types of stuff going on.
Yep, your liver goes out and shit.
Yep.
You start being delusional about stuff. This one woman, it was a recent story of this one woman. She was an Edomite, and she ran over 2 children being drunk, man, driving while drinking while driving. She didn't even know until they told her, the police told her, like, you killed 2 children, right? She's like, oh shit, I didn't know that. So lot of stuff that you don't either remember or you're not conscious of when you're drunk, man. No, go ahead.
This is Ephesians chapter 5, verse 17.
Wait, that's one reason why these nations are gonna be looking at us from far off, like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, they're gonna be like, cause they can't. It's like this is reality. Oh, the prophets was real. I mean, they really came to pass. We know it's gonna come to pass, man. We 100% sure it's gonna come to pass. You know, just like GMS is 100% true. You gotta have that confidence because you're awake and you're observant, and you know the Holy Spirit is dealing with you. Go ahead.
Ephesians chapter 5, verse 17. Wherefore be ye not unwise,
Yep.
but understanding what the will of the Lord is.
What the will of the Lord is, and they don't know. And they give time, they give Lord a time limit and shit, or like, yeah, if this ain't, you know what I'm saying, we go into 2028 and it ain't happened yet. You know, this is your reasonable service. This is what you're supposed to be doing, man. And you're supposed to be fighting for righteousness. This whole world is wicked, and the Most High said it would be. He said, the hearts of men are waxing cold, love of many waxing cold. This is not paradise. It's raising, they raising rent, they raising taxes, you know. They talking about robots on a high level and shit, cyborgs, and all, AI is on the surfacing majorly now. Like, this place is done. Artificial food, intelligence. The food ain't real, man. You know, go ahead.
And be not drunk with wine.
Be not drunk with wine. You know what drunk is, man. You know when a person's drunk, they unstable, they trip over the table. You know, they walk funny and shit. They're not conscious. They're not, you know, they don't have no stableness in them, man. And then sometimes you be like, oh, you know, your uncle come in. I gotta use the uncles as they get a bad rep, man. I have to use that as an example, man. They come in the house and they kind of like, damn, you kind of see something like, damn, he a little bit off, but he ain't been drinking that much yet. He just been drinking a little, and then as the hours go by, you know, he go to his car and you like, yeah, he's getting drunk, man. Now he starts stumbling and fuck that, and acting crazy. You like, yeah, he's out of order, man. Go ahead.
Wherein is excess.
Wherein is excess, man. So if you got a problem with drinking, period. Let's say you got a problem with, you know, drinking. Don't even touch the bottle, man. Don't even tempt yourself to do that. Just, you know, take some time off, fast, get away from it. You know, it's like if you got a problem with lust, don't go to no club. We don't go to clubs anyway. You shouldn't be going to clubs anyway. But don't surround yourself with women and shit. You know, anything you got a problem with, or it's hard for you to let go, or you're dealing with, you're struggling with, you're fighting, you really want to stay away from it, man. You know? You working on your health, you can't keep going to fast food places, man. Same thing with drinking. Go ahead.
But be filled with the Spirit.
But be filled with the Spirit, and the same thing with these philosophies. If you're a person that's taken by information and you love information and reading and all that, and sometimes you get too much into it, you shouldn't even be reading nothing but the scriptures, man. Every now and then, you know what I'm saying, if you could, hey, you know, you could read a book, but you tie it back into the scriptures. Well, a lot of people, they could get taken by what they read, man. Like, oh shit, they read the Quran, they be like, wait a minute. It says we the chosen in the Quran, man. And that Muhammad, man, he was on to something, man. Next thing you know, you're a Muslim, man. You know? Gotta be, what it say? Most I say, touch not, taste not, man. It says, touch not the tree of knowledge of good and evil, man. Stay away from it. You know how your parents used to tell you going in the store, hey, don't touch that. It didn't hurt you, right? To touch it. You can even take it home and it's for kids. Or it's just food in a grocery store. She said, don't touch, get away from that. Don't touch it. You know? You gotta get used to not touching stuff, man. Go ahead.
Verse 19, speaking to yourselves in psalms and hymns and spiritual songs.
Psalms and hymns and spiritual songs, man. Like, man, sometimes you be like, hey, you stop drinking, you feel much better, man. The sun's come up and it feels different for you because you feel like a new man. You're like, man, you feel energy, you know? You feel more focused, you feel good, you feel healthy, man. Go ahead.
Singing and making melody in your heart to the Lord.
Making melody in your heart for the Lord. And the same thing with these philosophies too. Once you just know the truth and you focus on that and you can build and you're not getting caught up in being confused about these other, these other doctrines and philosophy, you feel better, man. That goes with anything, man. People know when they need to work on themselves. A lot of times sometimes it takes a little bit, and you be like, damn, I'm really effed up, man. I'm really doing bad out here, man. Go ahead.
This is Proverbs chapter 23, verse 29. Who hath woe? Who hath sorrow? Who have contentions? Who have babbling? Who have wounds without cause? Who hath redness of eyes? Verse 30, they that tarry long at the wine, they that go seek mixed wine.
Seek mixed wine, man. Go ahead.
Verse 31, look now thou upon the wine when it is red, when it giveth his color in the cup, when it moveth itself aright.
Yeah.
Verse 32, at the last it biteth like a serpent and stingeth like an adder.
Yeah. You know, it come up on you, man. You know, and you done. And it seems like your friend, like you feel good, but then about time you throwing up in the toilet, man. You got a headache. You can't recover. Then you might have to check in the Alcoholic Anonymous and AA meetings and shit. You got to spend money. It'll take you down the drain, man. Then you got bottles all over the house, so you constantly you're tempted by, like I'm gonna stop drinking, and then you see one bottle left that you didn't throw away. You're like, ah, shit, it's still in there. You're gonna be like, all right, this is the last bottle, man. Then you start all over again, man. Take you down to the roads of hell. They had this one, if I can remember right quick, they had this one Twilight Zone episode, and he went to a special, what do you call that, therapist, whatever, specialist, I don't know, and they helped him, they tried to help him with his drinking problem. He said, take this pill. So it was a pill that he took. He said, you'll have no more drinking issues, you know what I'm saying, whatever. So the thing is, the pill made him not get drunk. So he would be just constantly drinking, trying to chase that feel, and he could never get it. He's like, why I can't? Because he could never get drunk again. So it frustrated him more than him able to drink. So he was just chasing that feeling again, like people chase that high. Our people are trying to chase that dream of America again. Dreaming that Babylon juice, back when they used to have fun and partying, back before COVID, back when people used to communicate and nobody, it was real kind of easy a little bit, women were more natural and all that. You ain't gonna get that back, man. It's over. Go ahead.
Verse 33, thine eyes shall behold strange women.
Yep, eyes behold strange women, man. And like I said, they be doing that in the club. They be getting drunk. They turn off the lights, and now them ninjas be messing with them Chinese, man. Cause they be dressing like women, and then and with that alcohol, they become delusional. They don't even know if that's a woman or not. Man. But they think it's a woman, so they go ahead and do the, Most High gonna destroy all that, man. Go ahead.
And thine heart shall utter perverse things.
Your mind shall utter perverse things, man. You know when you drunk, you say all kind of shit, man. You know? That's like somebody mixed with these philosophies. They be like, yeah, aliens, the green aliens are supposed to come get us out of here. They just saying some weird ass BS, man. That's how you are when you drunk. You just blurt stuff out that don't make no sense. Slurred at the words. Go ahead.
Yeah.
What you gonna say?
Talking about flat earth.
The flat earth.
Yeah.
Like, just saying all kind of stuff, man. That doesn't make sense, man. It doesn't make sense. Go ahead.
This is Romans chapter 13, verse 13. Let us walk honestly, as in the day, not rioting and drunkenness.
No, not rioting and drunkenness. And what did Biggie say? He said, I drink champagne when I'm thirsty. These ninjas are waking up drinking champagne, taking champagne baths and all that. And they pop one bottle and they pop another bottle. They got 15 bottles for a house. And there's more in the refrigerator. You know? That's how they get down. That's the party spirit of America, man. Jake, go ahead.
Not in rioting and drunkenness.
Not in rioting and drunkenness.
Not in chambering and wantonness.
Chambering and wantonness.
Not in strife and envying.
Yeah. Go ahead.
But put ye on the Lord Yahushua Hamashiach.
Put ye on the Lord Yahushua, man. Put ye on the Lord Mashiach. You know? They called him a wine bibber because they were trying to, they were lying on him. They were trying to, you know, have people that come against him, man. Go ahead.
And make not provision for the flesh.
Provision for the flesh. That's what that is, man. Making provision for the flesh. Go ahead.
To fulfill the lust thereof.
To fulfill the lust thereof, man. You know, and it's a fight. It's not easy. Whatever you're dealing with, it's gonna be a fight, man. You know? Go ahead. You got some people they fight laziness, man. That's a real thing. You know? Some people fight that they feel like they don't have to work. Why should I have to work? Shit. Like, and especially if you're working for, you know, some of these Edomites, some of these other nations. Like, hell no, I ain't working for Moab. It's a good job though. It's right by your house, but I ain't working for Moab, man. They did, you know what they did to us, man. Hell with Moab. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, man.
Gotta be humble, man.
Yeah.
We came here. We were brought here to be humble.
Yeah.
Not to be exalted.
Yep.
You know?
They said we would serve these nations, cause so that's the part of the thing, man. You ain't gonna, and you sure don't want to work for Jake, cause Jake can't work for Jake, man.
Yeah.
Jake want to be late. He want to take off. He want to, Jake to be understanding about his own personal problems. Yeah, man, I'm just sitting here sipping, man. I just ain't ready. I can't come to work. Well, shit, I'm gonna fire your ass, man. Oh, man, you gonna do a brother like that? Yeah. You know, because this is a business, man. Like the Most High is a business. If you don't do it, he gonna fire your ass, man. Go ahead. You acting unstable, coming to camp, you know, late, lagging. You don't really want to be there. You say it's boring. You got distraught with brothers, striving and all that. Like, nah, man. No, stay your ass home, man. Watch some of your old shows and get drunk. I'm talking about 2/3. I ain't talking about the whole full elect, man. If you wise, you know. Go ahead.
First Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 6 says, "Therefore let us not sleep as do others."
Yeah, sleep. That, like we just said, drunken is synonymous with sleep.
Yep.
You know. Go ahead.
But let us watch and be sober.
Yeah, when you sleep, you don't get nothing done, man. You know? Let's say you sleep all day, you be like, oh shit, man. You could have handled all kind of business, man. Sleep as some do, slumbering Remember the 5 virgins that slumbered, went up and slumbered, man. You know, hey, whether it be fun or folly, remember they used to have the slumber parties, especially with these young women when they were young, 13, 14 years, they used to have slumber parties, man. They get them and their girls and they do, watch movies and drink and shit, you know, get into trouble, get pregnant. Go ahead.
So, but let us watch.
Let us watch,
yeah.
man, and that's what we are. Most High set us up as watchmen, watching the times, checking the news, constantly checking brothers' videos, GMS videos, see what's going on, man.
Yep.
See what the apostles are saying, man. You know, have that plan while you cooking or something, while you eating or something. You know, because anything can happen at any minute, man. Or somebody, a war break out between one country and another country, and then Israel get involved or America get involved, you know, World War III pops off. Like, you want to know about that, man. Our people don't really know about shit, man. They just want to, what y'all talk, that's all y'all talk about is war and all that negative stuff. We talk about what's true, what's really going on. Go ahead.
And be sober.
And be sober, man. That's the opposite of being drunk. It's sober. You know?
So being sober-minded.
Sober-minded, man.
The scriptures talk about a sound mind, having a sound mind.
Yeah, you can't make no good judgment being under the influence, man. You think you are, or you think you might not be drunk, you think you might not be asleep, but you are, man. These people that just sit at their computers and stuff and commenting on certain videos and commenting on positive videos, oldest videos, you know, they're not doing no work. They're slumbering, man. They're basically asleep, even though they're awake. They're basically dead. Remain in the congregation of the dead. Because they don't understand the seriousness of this thing, man. They wonder why we out here when it's cold, man. And like, ain't nobody gonna listen to y'all, man, because ain't nobody, you know. We don't care, man. It said, what did it say? Prophesying to the wind? You know? What if that's that time and you wasn't ready? You wasn't doing that, you know? Because the angels are recording everything. So if you ain't doing nothing, you ain't got no videos, you ain't got no brotherhood, you separated from the brotherhood along with and all that, not checking in and all that, the angels are reporting that, man. What do we call them? Useless eaters. They'll just get rid of your ass, man. Sometimes they be like, Lord, can I do it this day? Can I do it this morning? Get rid of them. I say, hold on. Go ahead.
It says, for they that sleep.
They that sleep. Because what is this called? Also, America is called a dream world, man. You come to this place to dream, man. You know? And then when you wake up, you realize that, damn, we're living in an evil-ass world. Look at the elites. Look at what they believe in. Look at what they do. Sacrifice children. They organs harvesting. Look what they do behind closed doors. Look who's really running this place, man. You know? The world gotta see you walking differently. They gotta see something about you that's not according to the world. That's like, damn, he stands out. Like, what's, you know? What you about? Yeah, I'll teach the word. Oh, okay. Because they want to ask more questions because they know you're just not a regular Christian. Yeah, all right, well, so you teach the Bible, huh? They walk away, but they know like something else is about you. Because we're not of this world, man. You know? Go ahead.
It says, for they that sleep in the night.
They sleep in the night, go ahead.
And they that be drunken are drunken in the night.
They're drunken in the night, you know?
But
meaning in darkness, you know? Not awaken them, because we the lights. This word is the light. They don't have it. So they drunk in their folly and their ignorance. What makes you say ignorance is bliss, man? They just want to be, leave me alone. You know? I just want to, oh, okay, well, I'll deal with it when Jacob's trouble comes. All right. You know? Go ahead.
It said, but let us who are of the day,
Waken, observant, sober-minded. You know, like, yeah, of course we drink wine. It says that. Drink wine for thy stomach's sake. No, drink no more longer water, but wine for thy stomach's sake, man. But you don't be doing it every day excessively. It affects you, it affects brothers, it affects the house, it affects you and your wife, it affects your children. The children looking at you like, damn, daddy acting strange. You know, you don't know how to carry yourself or behave in public no more. Something's wrong, man. Go ahead.
it said, but let us who are of the day be sober.
Be sober. You know, we'll look up that word sober. Go ahead.
Putting on the breastplate of faith and love.
Yeah, because that's not love, man. You let your whole family fall apart. You know, your own self fall apart. You know, over drunkenness, over foolishness, over not being stable, man. You know, even in your knowledge and wisdom and understanding, you're supposed to be stable in it. You're not supposed to go back and forth to anything. Like, this is it. You're supposed to know and point things out. Like, this is what this is. Yeah, I know exactly what it is. Go ahead.
It says, and for a helmet, the hope of salvation.
Helmet of hope of salvation. There's no hope for a drunken man. If he's drunken, if he continues to drink, the only hope is that he get right and he get back on track and don't drink no more. That's the answer to that. But if he ain't strong, man, he's gonna lose that war. It's a battle within himself, man. Like, damn, nobody's dealing with it but him. Among all these other troubling things that trouble us in the flesh that we might have been struggling with, man. You know? Go ahead. A lot of brothers need help with finance. They don't know how to save money. They don't, you know what I'm saying? They don't know how to, go about keeping a job stable. You know? You can't get into your emotions where you cussing at the boss and all that. You're going to be definitely fired. And then your money, man, I ain't got no checks coming in. I ain't got no money. Go ahead.
This is Isaiah chapter 5, verse 11.
No, we're going to look up that word sober right quick. See if we can get it in the blue letter. Synonyms, maybe.
Going in the New Testament.
Yeah.
Alright. The word sober. It looks
Strong's G 4993. Sophroneo.
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 It says to be of sound mind,
Yep.
to be in one's right mind.
Right in your right mind. That's according to this truth too. You can't be believing in this. You know, all nations can be saved, man. You ain't in your right mind. Go ahead.
To exercise self-control.
Exercise self-control. That's discipline, man. You know, in the old camp back during the days of One West, camp was called a house of discipline, man. And that's where you get that word discipleship too. Discipline, man. Disciple. They were disciplined. You gotta know how to carry yourself and present yourself, especially around your brothers, man. Go ahead.
To put a moderate estimate upon oneself. To think of
estimate. A moderate estimate upon thyself. What's your worth? What's your estimation of yourself? You know? Are you trash? Are you trash? Are you worth it being invited somewhere? Are you worthy to your family, your children, your wife, your brethren? Are you worthy to the Most High? How does the Most High look at you, Yahweh Shai? You gotta think about that in your mind, right, man? And you can't get down on yourself, because then you're gonna lose. You're gonna be like, I'm nobody, man. I ain't got nothing, I never did. You know, can't get a good job, never have no money. You gotta start making changes, start believing, like we said earlier. You gotta start trusting, having faith, and believing that Yahweh Yahushua work with you, man. You know, then things that start happening. Change your diet, change your lifestyle. You know, get a better job if you need one. You know, we in captivity, but Most High have us we can move around a little bit in this place. Go ahead.
Think of oneself soberly.
Think of oneself soberly, man. You know, like a drunk person, all them emotions start coming up. You know what I'm saying? You know, and crying and all that. Police have to come and get you, take you to jail. Your family don't want to be around you. You know, just a little physical examples. Go ahead.
To curb one's passions.
Curb one's passion, man. Look up a few synonyms right quick. It said to curb one's passions. We passionate about this truth. You know?
What I said, steady.
Steady, man. Steady and ready. Stable is the same thing as stable. Steady and stable. Go ahead.
It says relax, cool. Doesn't have a lot going on.
Yeah. You know. I mean, basically self-control. You know?
Said become clear-headed.
Become clear-headed, man. You know.
Become more serious.
Become more serious. When you drunk, you're not serious, man. And then when you become angry, that's not being serious. You just angry. You out of your emotions. You out of character.
So low key, down to earth, practical, rational, realistic.
Yeah, realistic. That's when you sober, man. Go ahead. Hey, rational. Nobody can rationalize with a drunk person, man. Nobody can rationalize with people outside of the real truth. You know, or that doesn't have the spirit of Yahweh Yahushua. They're not going to be thinking clear. They're going to try to make sense out of themselves and end up not making sense, man. Go ahead.
This is Isaiah chapter 5, verse 11. Woe unto them that rise up early in the morning.
Rise up early in the morning.
That they may follow strong drink.
They may follow strong drink, man. That's hey, man, you know. One bottle to the next, go to sleep, wake up, drink again. Drinking noon, night. You know, all your functions that you go to, you drinking. You're drinking at school, your job. Go ahead.
That continue until night.
Continue until night. Go ahead.
Till wine inflame them.
Till wine inflame them. The Babylon Jews have inflamed these people, man. The education of America has inflamed these people. The Seja Bourget spirit and the image have inflamed these people. The name Jesus has inflamed these people, man. They're drunken with that. You know? Go ahead. and it's day and night. You know? And we told you where all these things go back to, like Christmas coming up. We'll tell you where it goes back to, man. How it's folly, how it's based on, you know, pagan worship. We told you about the Thanksgiving, how it's based on the slaughter of the, slaughter of our brethren, many of them, millions and millions of them, man. And now people still celebrate that shit. They drunk with it, man. You know, they don't think rationally about it. They be like, it don't matter. We'll get together, and then they have a shootout at Thanksgiving, or it's a big ass fight, and you be like, and they be like, damn. It always happens to black families mostly. Same thing with parties. Get shot up. People get drunk. People start fighting. Go ahead. You got something up?
Yeah. This is Ephesians chapter 5, verse 15. It says, "See then that ye walk circumspectly."
Yeah, you walk circumspectly, man. And a lot of our parents and a lot of our people, you tell them, you like, hey, you know, the end of the world is coming. They don't see it. They think we tripping. Like, hey, what are you talking about? Trump is talking about make America great again. Watch them when they do that MOTB. They gonna act like the world is getting better, man. Oh, now we don't even have to. We feel much more secure with that. You know, if a woman be able to detect a robber or a rapist, she'll be happy. How'd you detect that? Well, you know, I read it in my triggered in my see here. You know, it's almost like a car alarm. When somebody gets too close to your car, they don't even have to touch it. It says stand back. That Viper, remember that Viper commercial? Stand back. You're too close to the car. Go ahead.
See then that you walk circumspectly.
Circumspectly, that's what we're doing. That's why we tell the news. That's why we tell you about what's going on with Israel, with the BRICS, Iran. Russia, China, and all these other nations. They be like, why would I learn about that? I don't care about them. You don't care because when they go to war and America's involved, you going to war. They might draft your ass. They're gonna start drafting too, man. Go ahead.
It says, not as fools.
Not as fools, man. And they even said we fools for Yahushai's sake, but that's different. But it's talking about a foolish person, man. That's out there riding drunk, don't even care, careless about life, about themselves, careless about what they learn. I just learned everything. I read all kind of books. You know, read all kind of beliefs. So you believe a little bit of atheism, you believe a little bit of Mormonism. You try to put that shit together and explain. They're gonna be like, "What the hell are you talking about, man?" First, you was talking about, how black people are royal, and then you talk about how the white man can make it. What are you talking about? Go ahead.
It says, not as fools, but as wise.
Yeah.
Redeeming the time.
Redeeming the time. As wise. Redeeming the time.
Yeah, knowing the time.
Yeah.
It says, because
what does it say? Redeem means bring back, right?
Yep.
We bringing back the time. They talking about it's not the end of the world. Most High is making it the end of the world.
Yep.
What the hell would man say, man? How they know it's not the end of the world? How they gonna call that shot? It's like even when they say when they reply against the Most High, they say, "Who are thou, man, to reply against the Most High, man? Who are you to say it ain't the end of the world, man?" And the Most High giving us signs that show you that it is. He's giving you signs that tell you this is the truth. Mathematics. If it don't make sense, don't buy it. If it doesn't make sense, don't believe it. Mermaids don't make sense. Flat Earth doesn't make sense, man. All these nations can make it, doesn't make sense. Come on, man. Be sober-minded, man. You're drunk off that Babylon juice. Go ahead.
Redeeming the time.
Hey, when you in a relationship and it ain't adding up, you gonna get out of it, man. Cause it's like we ain't growing, we misunderstand, we arguing every day. It ain't going to get nowhere. I'm getting out. Go ahead.
Redeeming the time because the days are evil.
Because the days are evil. You got Jake like work at a job and he like, damn, I ain't making enough at this job. It ain't adding up, man. No, I gotta get another job.
They said you read this earlier.
Yeah.
But I read above what you just read earlier.
Yep. So America doesn't make any sense for us, man. like we only do what we gotta do. We work, you know, pay taxes, that BS. But we ain't a part of this BS bullshit, man. And then our parents want us to correlate with them. They want us to connect and communicate and be loving to them. And yeah, you love your people, you love your parents and all that. But we can't socialize on that level where I'm always like around to where we sitting down all the time and chopping it up. Because you don't believe. You don't believe what I believe in. What doesn't say that? It says, don't be with somebody unequally yoked, man.
And what does unrighteousness have to do with, right? With what community do they have?
Yep. It says, can light dwell in darkness? Can two walk together unless they agree? So, you know, we kind of deal with our people from a distance, man. We don't talk to them every day. We're how that communication, it ain't gonna go too far, man. It's gonna turn into an argument. They're gonna think we hate them. They're gonna think, why you ain't show up at what's the name? We all over here waiting for you. I'm not with that, man. Yeah. Go ahead.
This is Romans chapter 12, verse 3. For I say, through the grace given unto me.
The grace, that's what we under grace right now. Grace, get your ish in order and shit, man. Most High is giving us time to get our ish in order, man. You know? Go ahead.
To every man that is among you, not to think of himself more highly than he ought to think.
Yep. Hey, that's a spirit of a drunkard too. Like I'm about it. I'm the one. Nah, man. His shoes are tied. His shoes are tied together, man. You're about to trip over yourself. Somebody put a kick me sign on the back of your on your back of your, and they kicking you all damn day. Go ahead.
But to think soberly.
Think soberly, man. Think soberly, like, man, I gotta get right, man. I gotta get right with the Most High. The angels are watching. The angels are reporting. I'm not alone. Somebody's like the Michael Jackson song, or what's his name? His nephew. Somebody's watching me, man. I always feel like somebody's watching you. You're never alone, man. Go ahead.
According as the Most High have dealt to every man the measure of faith.
Measure of faith, man. Because some brothers, they're not as strong as other brothers in the faith. But at least it could be exercised. At least you could, hey man, like if you fat, you're overweight, and there's a gym up the street, you could just, if you really want to, you could just go to the gym every day and lose weight and get toned up if you wanted to. It's harder than it's easier said than done, but that the gym is there. It's like the Most High, like He's there. You know what I'm saying? If we really need Him, you really pray to Him, crying out like Apostle Rakas said. You gotta verbally cry out, man, to the Most High. You know, and pray for your brother, and pray for and not pray for amiss. It says, don't pray amiss, man, for vanity, man, for vain things. Again, that's a big ass rope and shit, man. And then you can't even afford your own bills and all that, but you want a golden rope. Nah, you gotta put your priorities straight, man. You know? Go ahead.
This is Titus chapter 2, verse 1. Or did you have something that?
Nah.
This is Titus chapter 2, verse 1. But speak thou the things which become sound doctrine.
Sound doctrine, like the truth, man. You know, you can't be rioting and all over the place with all this other stuff. You know, you gotta focus. And what are they? Because you know, sometimes when they ask questions, they be asking way out questions, man. Like, why would you? Somebody one time said, "Can I eat a lion?" And shit. Like, come on, man. Why would you want to eat a lion, man? Yeah. Can we eat lion and shit? Do you think you're gonna have superpowers in power like a lion if you eat the lion? That's Esau's logic, so-called logic. He think just because he ate the Native Americans and ate Negroes, he's gonna have power like them, man. Use your damn common sense, man. Go ahead.
Let the aged men be sober.
Be sober. Make sure you're on top of yours as much as you can. Go ahead.
Because consider, like, even us young brothers, we consider aged men compared to all the other men on the earth.
Yeah. What did it say? Walk with wisdom among them that are without.
It's any brothers. Like, we all gotta,
Yeah.
we gotta make sure that we know what time we in and to be prepared. Like Zaquan said, somebody breaking the house and stuff, you want to be able to protect your brothers, man.
Yeah.
It's certain sacrifices you gotta make to cut off the flesh, man.
Yeah, it's a scripture that says, where the man that watched, will he allow somebody to break into his house? Because you're watching, wait, go ahead.
So temperate or grave, temperate, sound in faith.
Sound and faith, go ahead.
And charity.
Because they don't have faith, man. They don't have charity. It's synonymous with love. That's what love is. Teaching the word. Coming out here on highways and byways. And really, like we always say, like apostles and elders on down, is for the elect. So when we get at love, we're giving it to the elect, not everybody. You're busy loving your enemy, trying to get back good with Esau and shit. Meanwhile, he's kicking you down in the dirt and spitting on you and shit. It ain't that. You ain't supposed to exercise that. That's taken away from your power, taken away from you, man. Even as a person, man, to dwell with your enemy, to dwell with the world. Go ahead.
And it says just patience.
Patience, man. That's another key word. To not being drunk, because a lot of people are like, man, I feel pain, man. Let me just go ahead and take this away right quick. Get a bottle, go quiet. Knocking on the door. He was knocking on the door for that woman. I was like, why is he doing that? And then she came out. She feeds him, I guess. Go ahead.
This is tight. You still got
But did we ever get that scripture? Wine is a mocker.
Not yet.
Get that right quick.
This is Proverbs chapter 20, verse 1. Wine is a mocker.
Wine is a mocker because it mocked you because you thought everything was good. Yeah, it's cold, so the phones are going down faster. So it might not record the whole video. Mine anyway. But yeah, it's a mocker because you think it makes you feel good. You think you're good when you drinking. But then you find out like, damn, I'm drunk, I'm tripping over something. You hurt yourself like, shit, I've been mocked by the one. Go ahead.
Strong drink is raging.
Strong drink is raging. That's it.
And whosoever is deceived thereby is not wise.
Yeah, and that's the same thing with these philosophies. You deceived by these philosophies, you're not wise. It's going to be a mockery unto you. You're going to be like, damn, I should have. What was I thinking of? Flat Earth. What was I thinking of? All nations can make it. What I was thinking of? That the MOT wasn't real. What was I thinking of, man? Come and bite you back, man. Go ahead.
Titus chapter 1, verse 7. It says, for a bishop must be blameless. For a bishop must be blameless as the steward of the Most High. Not self-willed. Yeah, man, we can't do what we want to do when we come into this ministry. It says, not soon angry, not given to wine. And wine is, it's acceptable for us to drink wine. So that's talking about what? These philosophies. It says, not no